Viewer discretion is advised. Holy smokes, what the hell is taking this long right there? Hello everybody. Ragnar back here. And sorry about that. Usually doesn't actually upload this fast right there. And we are back with another gameplay right there. This walkthrough and gameplay will be going through one of my buddies, Sammy Vo. In other words, he actually asked me, well, wanted to know what a demo is right there, or actually give him like a brief of what MGSurvive is. But well, I spoiled it already, and here we are. Title screen right here. Metal Gear Survive, basically it's a combination of Metal Gear gun game and also weapons hack and slash right there going on right there. I'll be showing pretty much dedicated to like my friend Sam right there of what to do, the basics, and basically what we do in this game right there. So basically when you first start out you make an avatar and this and that, but this will be a continuation screen, which this is my character that I made right there. You have other options right here to actually check all these right here. You can delete the avatar as well. PlayStation Store, terms of use and agreements right there. Patch notes right here. All information, no feature adjustment. Online information. Basically the screen right here, the opening. But instead of actually going to code play, I'll actually start with the story mode right there, in which I'll actually show the viewers and Sammy of what we do in this game right there. Basically, in Metal Gear Survive, you're actually transported to another world called Detail. And you have to actually go around and also pretty much collect human crystals in order to actually have enough crystals to actually get out of the this world right there. Depending on how well you do, you have to actually make weapons, find resources, and carve whatever you can right there. You also have to actually eat, sleep, as well as pretty much like protect and save people that also get pretty much dragged into Detail from different wormholes. Now these wormholes all connect back to Detail right there in different timelines, but when they do get here, it's your job to actually assign people to right there.
Trick or treat.
And also,
Trick or treat.
oh boy,
While
I'll let
I have
Virgil
no
talk.
sense of taste, I wouldn't say no to a big bag of candy.
Excuse me. This is gonna be the Halloween edition or special edition, which Konami actually stated that they're gonna be putting in, and this will be its base right there. Celebrating pretty much Halloween 3 days from now, because today's the 28th. The time is pretty much 10:10 right now p.m. and this is how my base it looks like, and how I actually formed it look like. Usually in this game you have to actually find resources, make food, find recipes in order to actually make pretty much adjustments. Well, not just adjustment, but also like survive, basically. Like the term for survive right there. Yes, Sammy, I'm talking to you. Means to actually like find and go around and also pretty much grab whatever resources you got, and also make your weapons, make your resources, also pretty much like make even these little gardening areas, and also pretty much make sure that you have enough human points in order to actually even eat, or also pretty much actually be able to make anything right there. You cannot make any materials without human points right there, which are the points, in other words, those crystallized particles that I'll show you in the future as well. And or also in my previous Metal Gear Survive games, where you break like a certain item or also like I don't know what the term is called, a certain gear or flower right there on the field, and the pretty much collector. Human points are pretty much your currency in this gameplay, and also in order for you to actually make or also level up, you have to actually use human points as well. And it's the more human points you actually collect, the more you have to actually also watch how you use them, because human points are usually come by enemies right there, and in order to actually extract and get most of them, you gotta actually extract no wormhole without killing them, and that can be a pain when you actually play a survivor mode right there, because on survivor mode well, there's one major rank, and that's survivor, but it's got some subclasses with umbrella stance on it, meaning that there are other classes that you can actually learn. As a survivor, your max level can only be up to at least level 40 right there. But if you actually have a subclass with you, you can boost up to at least another 29 levels right there, which will actually come up to at least like level 69 right there. And there are 3 different subclasses that has its own perks and unique skills. What you saw in the beginning right there with that wrench on my character is a scout class right there, signifying that scouts actually, well, scouts are basically known for reconnaissance, also pretty much supportive and also constructing not just landscapes and also pretty much like gears and stuff, but also be able to infiltrate and also get in and get out as quick as it can. Basically saying they're like speed characters right there. I like my characters to actually get in and get out of difficult situations and not pretty much die there. Also, in this game, the gears that you also carry also affects how you actually do right there. At the very bottom, as you can see at the bottom of my character's health, that says stats, and also the 6,250 at the bottom right there, you saw a little percentage from before. That signifies how much stuff I'm carrying, and the more items I carry, the slower my character will be able to move. And when you carry too much stuff for your character to actually be able to actually do anything, then they will be immobilized and cannot do anything unless you get rid of certain items right there, which can be a pain. Using and gathering materials and also pretty much trying to find food and also cooking these things is one way to survive, but most of the time you actually go adventure, you'll be going out to open land, and also pretty much a huge speck of dust right there, which you guys can see in the background right there. And that dust will actually pretty much like cause suffocation. It's poisonous for humans to breathe in. So this little thing that my character my avatar has on his back right there is an air tank. That air tank will actually give us access to actually go into the dust, but only for a limited amount of time right there. And we cannot actually stay there unless we actually have enough Cuban points to also make more air. And the more air that you require, the more Cuban points you'll be spending right there. At least it increases at least like maybe like 2 times right there. These statues, these right here are pretty much campfires in which you can make food right here. These stock right here are for medical utility. There's also pretty much we get the food to our supply team so they can eat right there and stay healthy. Another food right there. This is our music radio right there, in which we can actually use to actually adjust and edit our playlist of music we find along the battlefield. And if you don't have, and it seems like someone got sick. This is perfect chance as well. Sammy, when you see that bottom left corner, or Eric, if you're watching this too, you will actually want to talk to Virgil, who is actually a support team right there, and go to need treatment. It will show who actually needs to hurt. And what we see is now Howling Rhino. We have to actually hold and also pretty much use anti-drug right there in order to actually heal them. Characters that actually do stay injured too long right there will eventually leave the base, making the base actually rank lower, and hence that will actually greatly affect us right there, because we need these people here to actually help us in our actually survival of Metal Gear Survive right there. Hence, as I said, hence the name. Your job as pretty much as a captain in this base is to actually not just find resources, but also data and gather information of the group called Karen Corps right there, in which they actually left and were the first people that actually researched here, and pretty much are now gone because of their mistake, I believe. We are pretty much like the beta team right there, and to actually explore this forsaken land right there, because in this land this is basically a Fusido world, parallel to a different world right there, in which we fight enemies called the Wanderers, who are kind of like zombie, well, not just zombie, I shouldn't say that, meadow zombies, there we go, meadow zombies, because their attack are much more crucial than normal zombies, because they're actually infected by not just the dust, but also pretty much if you die in this land, you become one of them too, because I believe, if I remember correctly, they said that nanomachines take over the body and pretty much use their reanimate the body into becoming a new being, which is hence the Wanderers. looking through here, we have to actually make food right here. If cooking food actually enhances the not just our base, but also enhances us right there too. As you can see, the number, the hunger recovery right there is most likely the food without any liquid. So such as these right here will actually pretty much give us a different boost, and also the perks where it actually allows us to actually either increase like attacks, stats, or also pretty much like help us along way on the way of the battlefield right there. From the looks of it, at the bottom left right there are the required materials in which you have to find on the field yourself in order to make them. So in other words, the Seam Himalayan brown bear right here, we need at least like one of the 16 and one of the core in order to actually make this right there. And also at the very bottom, that required cube is our pretty much a currency, is 9 cuban points in order to actually make it. Also at that blue thing right there called the kitchenette right there is also the recipe or the base that we need right there in our small base in order to make that right there, in order to actually create these. If we don't have that, then we cannot make this stained food right there. So let's actually try making this one, shall we? Let's try actually making this one. Yep, make 10 of these right there. There we go. Pretty much we're not gonna leave that because I don't want to save those for later. Make this punch right there too. Okay, martial ego. And as you actually have different crafting tools, the more they'll grow right there, like these. I think the highest one for the special ones for I believe this is the for the food that you make or lunch. The more resources it'll take, that also really affect you right there. But you gotta also pretty much like think about how you're gonna actually use your items right there. You see that some of the items down there that are pretty much labeled red right there. It means that I don't have enough, so I have to actually find or gather some more materials before I can make those. But materials like these, also with the wrench right there, that could actually show that I can make them, are pretty much the ones that tells me that I can actually create these right there without having any worries until it turns red right there. But also, look at next to the thirst recovery. You see the weight right there? That's 5 kilogram right there. The weight will actually affect you in the game. Like I said, if you carry too much stuff, your character will sometimes be able not to do anything or actually move at all. So you have to actually find another way to move around right there, which is not easy, especially when it comes to dangerous situation when you're out in the fog. Staying alive and also knowing what to do right there are two different things, but also bringing and also knowing your own skill and finding abilities also will pretty much enhance your combat and also situation even greater if you know how to use it correctly. Okay, so natural life recovery right here. I'll be also explaining some of the perks as well, Sammy. The natural life recovery speed means that you can heal a lot faster right there, but then in order for us to heal faster, you have to actually stand still for a moment. The natural recovery stamina speed up is basically your running speed, or basically your feet, and also whatever consumes stamina, such as attacking or also dodging right there. They require stamina right there. And when you reach 0 in your stamina, you'll be unable to move right there, so always keep in mind about that. Okay, boar right there. Critical damage up. Critical damage and fluctuates right there. I don't know if this actually affects gun, but I know that it does affect close quarter combat with the weapons you have on you, in which what I have in my bag or my avatar's back is basically I think they call it glaive right there, in which can actually pretty much cut people. Like, think of it like bow staff fighting right there. Sammy and Eric, if you guys are watching this. Okay, let's try making these as well. Sprinting speed up also means we can actually run faster right there. And if you notice the thirst right there, soup will always be allowing us to actually to recover both health and stamina right there. So it's always a good perk to have around. But also watch out for what you have to carry, because most of them actually uses a lot of weight right there. So watch out for that right there if you do plan on getting this, Sammy and Eric. And also thank you to Say, going for this right there too. Nubian right there. What I usually go for are the ones that have lower weight right there, so my character could carry and he wouldn't have to worry. But I'll also make sure that it'll be enough for him and also the team right there, so they don't have to struggle right there. Injury resistance up means that it will actually, depending on what the injury is, it will actually lower the chances right there, in which the Himalayan bear brown soup that I just made resist sprain, bleeding, laceration, and bruise rates of occurrence fluctuate right there, making sure that my character does not actually get wounded. In this game, you also will get abnormal stats right there, in which will actually greatly affect you and will actually affect your performance right there. If you don't take care of such injuries, your character will actually have a disadvantage in the battlefield when fighting not just wanderers but also bosses right there. Take advantage of the situation when you actually do get an abnormal stat, and also try to actually recover right there. Get behind cover and quickly recover right there, but you might need a small short window of time right there, at least like 5 or 6 seconds right there to actually get rid of the wound. Okay, going around with the smoke food, this one too, this one as well. Seems like we're done right there. And you can see the bottom right there saying 94% right there. Well, that's the amount of gears that my avatar has on him right there. This is right here for the crew deployment. Once you actually have more people on with you, you can actually create a crew deployment in which these guys can go on the field and gather materials as well right there. If you have certain weapons or gears that you don't want to use, or pretty much you don't need right there, give it to these guys to use right there. Like such as milk, because milk actually goes bad right there. And then yes, your food right here that says spoiled tomato, potato, and onion right here, they will go bad right there too. So whenever happens with these guys right there, just throw them away. You don't need them at all, because they will actually cause abnormal risk right there, poison food right there, in which you will actually vomit, and that's not good either. Supply your crew with either weapons, gears, or perhaps even like a perks right there, just so that they can actually come back safely right there. Because if you don't actually prepare them, they can die right there too. Just to actually let you know that right now. And once you're done and ready, set them apart, and also tell them to actually go and get a mission done right there to gather some good materials, perks, and they might even come back with some other good stuff too right there. For most of my characters and crew right there, I usually give them consumable supplies, because they need that more than anything right there in order to actually survive in the long run. Because I trust you want them to actually pretty much come back safe and sound. Okay, and watch what you give them too, because if you actually give them some of these wrong stuff right here too, they can die as well right there from food poisoning, and also pretty much you'll be blamed for it because you're not taking care of them right there. So yes. Okay, so smoke him live bear, I'll give them perhaps Croco sheep. Okay, more of this stuff as well. And then some of the items that says preservative, think of that as like pretty much a can, or also pretty much food that will not go to waste ever right there. And meaning by degrading, it won't actually be poison or actually turn bad right there. So basically items that does not have the word preservative, like the ration or the squirrel octopi right here, they will go to waste, and you will lose right there on a certain day right there you don't use them. So always keep that in mind, because depending on the day right there, they will go bad on you, and it will not be good for your crew. And then for enemies, or one of my comments that especially my crew that does not have the most attack, I supplied them with weapons that I don't need right there. So which weapon do I actually want to give them? Don't want to give them legendary weapons too much, but I want to give them a decent one. Know what I mean? Go bow, composition. Okay, that's right there. 17, 20. Okay. Okay. I want to give him a shotgun either, so try to keep that right there. Let's see. Has more durability, but it has less attack right there. What I usually go to when I ever give one of my crew a weapon, I usually go for weapons that have lower attacks right there, because I don't need them. Whenever your weapon actually is set to an attack right there, you cannot change it, only by upgrading them. That's it. It will not degrade unless you actually abuse the hell out of it. Looking at the weapon's bottom screen right there, but that says 100%, that means that how durable the weapon is. If that goes down to 0, it's going to actually pretty much like decrease the weapon's attack severely right there, and it's not going to do you any good. So weapons that actually have lower than 50 right there will actually pop up on your screen right there, with a glowing faint of red, saying that it's ready to be degraded. It's at almost at the point where it's not gonna be able to actually be useful anymore. So whenever that happens, you have to actually repair these weapons as well right there. But you can only repair weapons and also gears when you have a bench right there to work on, such as your home base right there. Just let you know. Okay, let's see what else I'm gonna do. Let's give him some wolf right there. He's a badass right there. And also maybe a crock of sheep. I think he's set to go. Yep. Once you're done right there, send him off on a trip. We're gonna actually send him to actually get some side-striped jackal. Yes, we're gonna be killing dogs in these right there in here too. So don't hate me on this, people. So we got this 3 crew right there. If you want to actually increase your pretty much your field right there, you gotta actually have survive points right there, and they cost sometimes you can actually use microtransaction to actually use them, and you usually 1,000 survive points cost at least like $10 right there in real life right there. So be careful how you use these. And also, you saw that one of my avatar on the main screen had like 2 avatars instead of 1. That's because I purchased another one, not knowing that I could right there. Basically, if you actually play on one of the data right here, this will be your own save right there. You cannot use it for your other ones right there unless you actually change pretty much the characters looks and things like that. You can't change gender in mid game, because once you actually choose a gender, you have to stick to that gender right there. How awkward is that? And as you can see right there, since we've been out for quite a while right now, it seems like next to my 100% O2 right there, you see the 89% on both my other 2 icons right there. The icon in the middle with the 89% next to the water droplet right there is my hunger, and the one next to the hunger is pretty much my thirst right there, meaning that my character's getting hungry right there. As you actually play this game over and over again, and also pretty much come to conclusions of what to do, your character will actually pretty much get hungry and tired right there in real life right there. So basically, you have to hunt for food by yourself. You also have to actually gather materials such as metal, plants, vegetables, recipes to actually create things, bases such as even like these small like gates right here, this fence right here, even this little this little garden, including like making these cages for the zebras right there too. But the thing about catching animals, you have to actually go out in the into like the world of detail in order to actually gather the materials you want. And these right here too, you need recipes for this for making water, because as your time goes on, your base will also get hungry and thirsty. You need to take care of them as well. So playing this game is not easy at all. So if you're looking for a challenge and also something real life right there, Survive is pretty much a good game right there. The graphic is pretty good. You'll also pretty much like learn different skills, and also have like different things to mess with, such as this, which we're going to also show you just a bit, for the base camp digger in the top left corner. This is basically one of our main objective right here in order to actually save and rescue to bring here in order to actually use the device to go back home, because this is our pretty much our gear and to get Cuban point Irish energy right there, so that they can actually open the portals to actually get back home right there. And by doing so, we'll be actually get a trophy and stuff right there. The durability right there, as you can see, is in red right there, means that it took a few damage right there, and you can fix it. And by fixing it, which is also not perfect thing, is going over here. So activating this is basically your buildings right there that you can actually construct right there. At the right side, you actually see 4 sides right there with enemy skulls on it, and also pretty much the circle right there, meaning that our defenses right there. It's basically separating the 4 parts right there, meaning that we are looking at the, I think at the number 3 right now. Repairing right there, repair all means that you immediately fix all of this right there using the wormholes right there to actually make sure that your weapons and gears are better. But always keep attention to what you're going to be using right there, so that you don't waste it right there to something that you need important. So for example, to repair all areas right there, just choose the top one right here that where I'm at, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. Means that we can actually repair these right there due to the damage. And also pretty much like some of the items right there that's labeled or glowing red right there, means that some of our like buildings got damaged, so we got to take care of that too, because if we don't, we could lose those right there. And when you select repair all, or even repair one of the place right there, they will actually show the screen will show you what it needs right there. So battery, sensor unit, electronic circuit, firing unit, etc. That's what they all need right there. And if you're ready to actually use them all right there, use the D-pad to move, and also pretty much see the rest of the materials right there. If you're ready, you'll always hold X right there, and it'll take a few seconds right there, and immediately repair everything. And after that, if you don't see no wrench by it, then that means that's all good right there for now. Okay, this one as well. Let's see. So move. We can also pretty much move and construct things around the place, or we can deconstruct them and get materials from them. If you press deconstruct, you will actually deconstruct the building right there, and also pretty much get some resources from it, but not as much as you used to made it right there, because the process and time will actually take it off right there. Constructing base and also pretty much buildings right there will greatly affect you and also protect your base right there, depending on the durability, such as these big buildings right there will take more punishment than these small little guys right here. That's logical right there. And also, if you're not sure about how durable the building is, you can always go up to it and pretty much look at it, and it will show you a number right there. If your base does get damaged and pretty much harm right there, you will actually do whatever you in my opinion, whenever you actually do lose a building or have a building that's actually has a low durability, construct it immediately right there, because if you lose that building, you gotta actually get not just like the resources again, but you have to grind for the things all over again, so that you can actually make the weapon or make the building again right there. And that could be a lot of hassle right there too. It's not easy. Looking at my base right now, it seems like it expanded a bit, but then it will not be as large as this right here. But it will actually be basically, when you first start, it's gonna be in this square right here. And then as your base continues to grow, it will actually expand a field more, and it will actually grow further and further, so you can actually put more defensive gears right there. Pay attention to what you use as well for defensive, because when you actually enter base camp dig, your enemy will actually pop in wormholes right there and attack your base. Keep a lookout on the right side right there of where the enemies are most likely going to attack, so you can actually plan ahead. Looking at that, at number 4 is what we're looking at. Basically they'll be attacking with like 2,490, and then on the third base over here, which resembles the yellow area here, they're gonna be attacking at least like 1,000, I think 591 or 1991 right there. And on the right side, number 2, seems like they're gonna be like 1420, 1493 right there, and also up here will be pretty much 1493 as well right there. Constructing where your base is at, and also pretty much knowing where to actually put some certain buildings will greatly affect how like your base will actually pretty much stay well hidden, because if you, like I said, if you lose some enemies will actually come to your base, but unless you actually activate the wormhole only. They will not come in randomly. You will only actually get them if you actually activate the wormhole digger, which is this thing right there, this white thing right there. Once you're actually done messing with that, basically base dig, you either actually go to detail, going further to the dust over there or on the area, but you can't go over there and find resources, or you can actually base dig and also talk to Virgil and pretty much move to staging area for a co-op mission. But we're not going to do that. We are going to actually be doing a base camp dig right there. The weapon, I'll also show you the weapons as well. These are more gears right here. There are 5 basic I believe like, sorry about this folks, itchy right there, 5 basic construction benches. As you saw first, one of them was basically this one right here, which is one to cook, which should not be looking like this, but the cooking stuff all goes together as one. So once you actually make one, you can have the other right there. And as time goes by as well, people will get injured and also pretty much get hungry right there too. So when that does happen, do your best to actually heal them immediately right there, otherwise you will lose them. They'll leave your base right there, which will not be a good thing. Managing your area and also base right there is also good too, but also your items are good as well, because you don't want to leave too much spoiled in there, because it will actually pretty much turn into kitchen waste right there, and that's not a good thing. Having kitchen waste right there is not good, but you could use kitchen waste for something interesting in the future right there. You save a lot. I'll get a ginger cookie. If you want to transfer something over, you go to the item right here and pretty much select how much you want right there, and then move to your inventory. But you want to actually put things back, go back here, and also pretty much put over here. But since we're not to, since we got spoiled milk, we're gonna discard it. Discarding means that we get rid of the item entirely right there, such as these 2 right there. Spoiled grilled okra pea right there, we want to get rid of that. Zebra soup and also potato right there, because we don't want those right there. We want this to actually remain fresh and clean right there and organized. Being messy is not good, people. And as you move on to the consumables, these are the items that we'll be using right there throughout battle. These will be your medical items right there that you need in case you actually get hurt, bleed, sprain, etc. abnormal, and get some stuff right there. Revival pill is an epic weapon, and these are rare to come by right there. In order for you to actually get these right there, you gotta make them through like some sort of like items right there, and they are hard to get as well. These will help you get back to life right there. Basically, they're like one-ups right there when you use them. So I usually like to bring 5 right there because it reminds me just like Mario time. And also, it pretty much helps you in the long run right there in case you need pretty much a pick-me-up or playing with buddies right there too. Excuse me. Okay. And it doesn't weigh a lot too right there. Always if you ever think that you're in trouble with these like that, always bring a revival pill with you right there just in case you need right there. It's definitely a good pick-me-up right there, and it will automatically heal everything: your wounds, your stamina, your hunger, your thirst, including your abnormal state, and also, but not the weight though. So it will not heal weight right there, but it will actually heal the rest of the items, the rest of the stats right there, and you'll be in fact in full health, and also you can have 100%, I think, air tank right there, which is pretty cool too right there. So whenever you need a pinch, you bring this bad boy right there. Okay, materials right here are what you need in order to actually make stuff. As you can see, I have a lot of them right there, and depending on the materials, you always have to keep track of them just in case to make sure that you got the good stuff right there. Moving on as well. Okay. As I said, 5 benches. This is one of them right here, which is the medical. You're gonna need this to actually construct and make revival pills and all these bad boys right here, and they will cost like some Cuban points here and there, but they will actually help you in the long run. Yes, old man.
What are you doing?
Commentating. Okay. And also there's your weapon right here, in which you can actually make as much weapons you can, but also carefully pay attention on the weapons and gears that you have right there. Most weapons like this requires lots of materials that you gotta grind for and Cuban points. And also watch out for your development team right there, because the development team signifies your crew right there, basically you and your crew, on how you're gonna actually have to actually make this. On the right screen there, it's gonna show the stats, and also you use the right analog stick, you can spin it around right there. As you can see, this is a shotgun with 8 rounds right there that you can hold, and pretty much you can hold 28 right there. And to shoot it, and pretty much 20 to follow right there. The perks right there are reload speed, stability boost, and also attack level 3 right there. I usually go for the weapon stat boost and attack level 3, and also the stability boost and reload speed, because you're gonna need those powerful weapons in the long run to take down bigger enemies. And weak point instinct is also one of the biggest things right there to actually immediately kill your enemies right there too. The perks with the red locks on it means that you cannot activate them unless you pay a certain amount of Cuban points, and also require material in order to actually use them right there, as well as the development team. Carrying weapons as well will also affect not just your weight, but also they will also affect when enemies hit you right there, and when you use it. When you use a weapon, it will actually lose its durability right there, and that could affect the attack right there as well. So always watch out for that. At the top left corner next to the legendary shotguns, the name broken S1000 extent, 12 GA standard rounds, those are the ammo you need for that weapon right there. If you do not have that type of ammo, you cannot make the weapon right there. And along in the game, you will actually find different ammos and recipes to make different kinds of ammo right here, which is pretty cool, and they will greatly affect and enhance you. Depending on the color right there too, also affects how much resources you're gonna have to make for them, and also what you need right there. Blue resembles rare, purple is legendary, yellow is epic, which is the strongest one, and green is uncommon, and gray right here is common right there. Commons are the weakest, and epic yellow are the strongest right there in a way. But then the epic, but think of it like this as well. Epic needs more resources than common right there. But common resources uses nothing, but doesn't have a lot of attack right there, durability right there. So easy to the strongest right there. Firearms right there too, and as you actually find recipes, you'll also pretty much find different gears and things like that, but they'll also pretty much come in with different perks right there. If you want the best perks, go hunt them on your travels, and also play co-op mission right there. So yeah, you can also make ammo as well right there too, depending on the materials right there. And since when you first start out, you'll be only be able to make normal rounds, but when you actually play the game some more, you'll be able to find other rounds like flame rounds, frost rounds, shot rounds, overpressure, AP, grim rounds, and basically these are even arrows right there too. So yeah, check them out, and grenade rounds too. So it's pretty cool. Well, I'll be making some for this right there because I definitely am gonna need this right there. So when you craft something, hold the button. Okay. And it'll actually show you right there. This right there. This over there too. There we go. Stand around. Okay. Alright. And also pretty much the different attack buttons is that attack change depends on what the percentage is and also what the perks is right there. The strongest rounds right now are grim rounds, and these are pretty much if you want to kill something, like really kill something, these are your best boy right there. But they eat a lot from materials, because getting these materials for me was hard to grind right there. I mean, look at that, 300 Cuban points for one of these right there. How ridiculous is that? And the stronger the weapon, the more they'll also cost right there too. Just to let you know. Okay, since we're done with that right there, I'm gonna actually pretty much give my character some food. Okay, since we're done deploying as well, we actually get some stuff right there. You want to actually consume these right there. Go to inventory and eat this right there. Potato, this one too, tomato as well. I'm gonna drop these right here, and before I go, I'm gonna also pretty much manage my possession. Set these in here. Excuse me. Okay, since we're done right there, let's also use some other perks right there too, which I'll show you right there. And this will also affect us right there, but also in a good way. Boost our speed up. Okay. And also eat this too right there. Watch your weight, because if it goes over the 125%, you'll be carrying too much right there. Your enemy will be able to be unstopped right there. And these are one of your men right there that decided to join you with your team. Okay. If you actually usually come up to them,
and I'll do my best as well.
They'll talk to you, and they have exclamation right there. You could take on a side mission for them right there.
You are seriously my lifesaver.
Take these if you actually are necessary, because these are random right there. You don't know what you're gonna get until you get a try. But since we're not gonna do that, I'm gonna actually go and activate this bad boy and start the base day right there. Let's go, shall we? Defend by myself. You have a few options right there. So you either could defend this by yourself or leave it to your crew. I usually defend myself because I like to actually know first-hand experience of what I'm getting into. You can view the base day conditions of what's going on and what you have right there and how it's going to happen. Okay, and we're singing the D right now. Okay, in order for it to end of our no now, that means that we have to actually end this by using spending Cuban points right there too, or we can suspend it and then pretty much end the system right there and receive our reward. Basic history right there. This is going to show us what we did right there of what we success and fail. You can see I failed on one of them right there because I actually messed up right there. Not too bad, but I learned from it greatly and pretty much got better. Learning from your mistakes is also pretty good and key in this one too, Sammy, my boy. Okay, so we're gonna actually do this. Defend myself. Yep, and it'll ask you again, do you accept? Yes. If you do so, it will start immediately and we'll proceed right there. Alright.
Wormhole digger is operational.
And this is going to be key on operational note as well. So watch what you're doing with your enemies right there. Look at the map right there too. But before we do that, I'm going to actually make some more ammo. 1 second. Careful how you make ammo as well. And don't use it right there. Looks like they're at the bottom of the corner right there, south side. And they're coming out pretty fast right now too. So let's go visit them, shall we? These are going to be the wanderers and enemies that you'll be facing that's coming to your base as well. Watch out for them because they do a lot of damage. Stop him right there. Stop him right there. This one too. And also stop the rest of the crew right there from damaging our Iron base right there. Okay. Got him over there. So now they're actually heading over to the north, and you have to defend this by yourself. Defending this by yourself is not going to be easy, folks. Stop him right there. Then we're gonna have to get the rest of these folks as well over here. Nope. Stop him right there. We're gonna gather the rest of these boys over here too. There we go. Uh-oh. Looks like they actually come over there. That ring that actually is surround us right there symbolizes enemy moving right there. So keep close attention to that too. There we go. Since I'm playing this in grim rounds right there, it's gonna be easy because they do more damage than anything else right there too. There we go. Put that right there. Since he's getting closer, we're gonna have to stop him right there too. Okay. Sorry, buddy. Don't touch the worm digger. Too precious for you. Nope. Check my stuff. There we go. Top stuff off him. And when you kill them, you get kill points right there. And what you that's what you definitely need for your currency. Which actually increase your level and also experience points right there. Thank you. Stupid. Stop the bomber because these are your biggest threat right there for now. Excuse me. Since those are bombers right there, and those are the ones that you actually want to get away the most right there because they are annoying. There we go. Stopped him right there so that he actually won't stop coming attacking my base. So we gotta go for the rest of these guys as well. Do not let these guys get close. And you do actually hit him. Hit him in the back spot right here. There we go. And his life, and this guy's life too. And it goes back to them, and then there's life too right there. Stop it. Gonna go run over here and stop these boys as well. Uh-oh. No, you don't. There we go. Excuse me. Electrocute this guy. And push him back some more. And then once he actually is ready to blow up, he could kill himself right there. And we don't need to do anything. He's already done the job for us right there. Excuse me. Get tased, son. Stab him right there. Throw this one right there. Pick this one up. Oh, and looks like he's about to blow up, so let's get out of here, shall we? Looks like these guys are actually trying to rush me down right there too. Which that means I gotta work a lot faster now. Keep chugging right there, buddy. Keep chugging it. Stop hitting my stuff right there. Bastards. One bullet right there. That's all I need to take you down. Stop hitting my building, son. As I said, metal zombies. Not the most brightest thing, but they're more annoying than ever right there. If I do so say myself. That right there. Shoot you right there. Knock you back. Grab onto you. Kick you right there. Let's actually be a little bit evil, shall we? Screw your legs. Together. Looks like someone's actually attacking our base right there. And we don't want that to happen right there. Now do we? You are down, son. Stop him right there. Stop him right there. Crap. Facility destroyed. Oh no. Well, lost something right there, so now we gotta actually try to make another one. Oh well. So now you can actually look around, and it looks like they got rid of that base right there. Oh well. can always make another one, so hopefully it'll be fine. Let's go back right there, and once you're done, or your crew's done, it'll show you what happened.
Trick or treat. While
Thank you,
I
Virgil.
have no sense of taste, I wouldn't say no to a big bag of candy.
Of course. Before I go right there, I'll actually pretty much show you as well what you actually get right there too. Since we're done right there, gotta double check this, and then we'll repair all. Since we lost a place right there, we can actually make some other things right there too. And we're good. In order for you to actually get extract water as well, and also get some food, you gotta actually pretty much go to an item and pretty much hold circle right there. But depending on the item right there and gear, you have to actually pick those up too. For water, you can have to go to a watering hole or actually make some of these water towels right there to actually even get extract water. But don't drink too much dirty water because it's bad for you right there. Clean water right there is pretty good because it's uncommon, but once you find some good recipes, you'll be able to actually make these water towels right there that actually has that green clean water, which can help you a lot in the long run right there. And the more you actually pretty much go around and also pretty much like do events and also missions, you'll be able to run across and get better equipment right there to actually make sure that your base have enough water and food right there so that you don't have to worry about them. Because coming back to them once in a while and also pretty much feeding them is one thing, but man, they could be a bit of a hassle. But that's what happens to your team captain right there, people. Gotta take care of your crew. Otherwise, if you don't, then they're gonna leave you. Gotta be kind of pretty much step it up right there too. As you can see, I'm extracting more water right there, because some of these bad water they could turn to good water. Surprisingly, we make it good. And once you actually do reach 100% at the bottom with that little red percentage bar on my character's health, you cannot run anymore, but you can still run right there. Once you actually reach a little bit higher, you can't even walk either. You can only pretty much like jog right there. So keep that in mind. When you actually are finished extracting some items and gear, go back to the menu, put these away, put the rest of the bottles, the rest of the bottle away, and then we'll be able to actually craft right there, but you definitely need the stew right there. Put that in there. And actually, we would actually mix some more clean water with dirty water. Isn't that awesome how what elements can do right there? That right there, and we should be good for now. So hopefully you guys actually enjoyed this. Look at this right there, and double check everything right there. And if I remember correctly, and as I said, there was 5 gears right there. This is pretty much your item shop right there, in which you actually use for defense weapons. You will start the basic with wooden fence, wooden barbed wire fence, and then you'll be able to actually get the normies right there and go up from there. And you can also convert materials in this area too right there, which is pretty cool. But you also, like I said, on the resources, you can actually look at what you got right there. 1, 2. Okay. Get one of these screws right there to actually make that. 1. Okay. 2 of these right there. Thank you. Nope. Not enough right there. Nails. Let's not make that. Let's make some gears right there. Should be awesome. Got that 90. Okay. Should be fine right there. And once you have enough killing points and materials right here, you'll be able to actually make some weapon enhancements too right there. Very good stuff for epic. Well, these are only for epic, and then these are for only legendaries right there. These, however, are pretty much harder things to actually get, but they'll be worth it in the long run. But since Konami actually had the update, you can actually craft them now. From before, you couldn't even do that right there, so they were actually nice enough to do that. So thank you, Konami, for doing that right there, and also Sony. Appreciate it. And what else do I have to show here? Oh yeah, that's right, the gears as well, the clothes that I'm wearing. Once you actually get like certain gears in a gear case, or also pretty much a recipe, go here too and craft your own gears, and you can put some of your own stuff right there too, such as diamond dog gauntlets. And then you can look at how it changes too in the background where your character actually puts them on, and this will also affect you. Red means kind of lower right there, but pretty much white means that better gear right there. So yes, remember that whenever you actually get better gear, you always want to make sure that the color is white and not red like this bad boy. Show my chest piece right there to the ladies. The body, okay, B to U, okay. common torso equipment. Nice. This is what Diamond Dogs wore in, like, I believe, what was it? Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. With no gears. Alright, Soviet, the enemies wore this right there. Tactical vest, tactical scarf, plate vest, chest rig, okay. Soviet chest rig, okay, military vest, okay, tactical hood. This is for MGO as well. 3. Rib cage. Okay. Urban. LR conceal. Okay. Torso. And these would be hats. This is your basically your gauntlets right there. Gloves. Pants. Shirt. Shorts. And these are that. Good stuff right there. Okay. Knee protector pants. I think this is what Snake wears. Heat resistance is pretty much like Africans right there. Well, in Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, the Afrikaans were wearing these right there, which is pretty cool. Okay, knee pad, urban combat pants. Okay, armor. This is heavy loadout, a lot stronger. And DD combat pants right there. I think Diamond Dogs wore these too. Yeah, had the base right there. Pretty good stuff. And another thing, if you go to customize, you can also pretty much like either strengthen, perk, option for your weapons or the equipment you have. And also pretty much the guns you got too right there. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Gonna boost this up too right there. Nice. And like I said, always watch out what you have right there, because they will all, when you ever increase and perk things up, gonna cost a lot more right there too, which can be a big pain. And also another thing, there will be, when you actually get legendary and epic gears, there'll be a restriction on it, saying either equipment restriction survival level 30 or 40 right there. You cannot equip these if your character is lower, just to let you guys know. You can only equip these if it meets a certain amount or it's equal to it right there. Equal or greater. If you actually you can't equip it to a lower right there, so yes. Okay. And if you do actually customize some of your gears, it'll also show you, if you do on the right side, it will actually get stronger right there and increase the attack and durability right there too. And also the weight will remain the same, but at the bottom for the option parts, you can actually go to the option setting, also pretty much equip and make these right there. Some of these right here will actually cost a pretty penny, but they're always worth it, especially optics and also laser sight, because they'll help you focus more, see your enemies even better right there. For some other gears like the AMRTC tactical, this actually requires more parts to it, but also more resources to actually make the optional part, which is even better. That's why I always carry it, because it's worth it. You will have basically, you get a chance to actually pretty much like carry 4 different gears: your knees, gauntlets, chest, and also head right there. Excuse me. If you actually want to change anything, go right here and they'll actually give you the option right there to actually see what you got, also what you want to take out. And then you'll also pretty much like set your gadgets, also your ability, your currently inventory, and your gear, and also this right here, the accessory head, is basically an additional, but then it will actually cover your face, but then will not actually reveal your opponent right there. Well, reveal what you have right there. Accessories too are just like your clothes for women and men right there, in case they need something right there. I don't usually wear these, but I actually just keep. I just recently got them, so it's pretty good. Oh, my friend's online. Nice. And depending if you play male or female, that will also affect on which one you gotta wear. For us males, it's the Fatigue, Naked Snake, Sneaky Sue, Naked Snake, and Raiden. But for females, they get the Boss, Jumpsuit Eva, and Haven Trooper right there. So I'm not gonna equip it, but I'm just gonna actually run what I got right there. And these are your survival equipment. If you have these all perks right here, and these will actually affect you. These two will be always your main, the air tank and also the wormhole extraction device right there. And they will always help you a lot. And then survival gears are what you actually have to have right there in order to actually like carry more things, or also pretty much carry more things right there, like such as arrows or grenades, and also weight right there. The large survival bags allows us to carry the most with it, because it takes pretty much most of the space and helps us actually gather more materials right there. For left and also right gadget means that we get more tactical advantage of actually bringing more gears with us, such as what you saw from before right here, it'll actually allow us to actually use these slots right there. When you first start out, you only have these two slots and an extra slot right here with the first aid spray. But on the other one right there, saying you have only these two right there, you won't have these two. The sides right there will not show up unless you actually like equip a special survival gear in order to actually activate right there. And then these on the top corners right there, on the left and on the right there, these will be here, as well as like your special gear right there. And this is basically Cuban crystal is what you use to actually distract enemy. Of course, this right here is what you use first aid is, and then the rest of these two are your slots of what you craft and make right there for defensive gadgets. There to defend not just your base, but keep enemies away from yourself. MGSurvive actually, if you guys saw, consists of actually using defense such as gates right there, so that so you can actually behind it and attack enemies from right there. Because wanderers, normal wanderers that you saw charging in have no projectile whatsoever. They actually will run at things right there and attack them whatever they want. But other wanderers such as the armor will take more because they're carrying armor, hence the name, and they'll actually eat up more ammo and bullets right there. So you have to actually use stronger weapons to actually slow them down or knock pretty much their helmet off right there. Also bombers, they will actually pretty much walk up to you and blow up right there, hence the name. If you want to take out bomber smash, just go up behind them and actually stab their sweet spot right there to actually finish them. If you don't want to do that, then what you would want to do is pretty much like grab and push them back right there once you actually learn it, but with enough Cuban points, and make sure that they stay from you from a certain distance right there. Okay, because if you don't actually stay away from bombers, they will blow up and you'll take severe damage right there too. Holy crap, that moon's big. The hell? They got a moon here too in detail. That's crazy. Wasn't expecting that. Is it moving? Oh wow, it is cool. So Konami did actually add their own atmosphere and things like that. It's nighttime too, and then if you look up, there's also a star right there too. Nice place. And if anyone knows what that thing is back there behind me, that is Diamond Dogs right there. Basically saying this is what the base is right there before it actually changed right there. MGSurvive 5, there's your home base right there before it actually got too crazy and then pretty much got distracted and landed here. So whatever happened to Diamond Dogs did not end pretty well in the future right there. This right here is a wormhole generator or transport. Will transport you to different areas of the place right there. No problem. As you can see, we actually have a big set of area right there which we can go to. Spots like these that are marked with big auras right here are pretty much repulsed, or containers, or actually special events that's happening right there at side mission. Usually walker gears as well. Things right here, PNSTs online. Okay, and then the only way they can actually transport from a place is that they have an arrow like this and say a transporter right there. If you don't have it, then pretty much you can't transport to that area, so keep that in mind right there. And the travel between fields, we need to go from Africa to Afghanistan right there. Seems like we got a proper creature detector right there too. Mine detectable, walker gear, small animal detected, and also walker gear washed up right there too. These are the only two stages right now. If Konami actually makes any more, then hopefully it'll be awesome, pretty good right there. But yeah, and lastly, finally as well, you can sleep as well. And when you sleep, you actually pretty much will pass down, but you get hungry, and pretty much also your thirst will go up too right there. This right here is also good for. This is your skill tree right there, which will actually help you improve your class change. After you can replay this stuff, the chapters right there. You can actually choose between what to play and also look at the screen right there. Pretty much change your avatar, allowing this to actually look at your character's face. Go into the screen first. Okay. Cuban energy. Cuban energy may be found in crystal ore in the field. It may also contain by removing it from enemy you have defeated right there. In other words, you have to kill them right there and then extract it from them. So it's kind of a force, but what are you gonna do when there are no such thing as laws anymore, right? You can base it right there. Okay, as you can see. Alright people, I'm tired as hell. This is my character's face right there, which I chose right there. Not so pretty with the scars right there, huh? But this is actually, the scars are actually from the fundamental of the Fan of Pain right there.